Welcome, everybody, to our Transforming Sales Operations How Dynamics 365 Revolutionize CRM Systems in the Distribution Industry, and happy Halloween to all those who celebrate. If you are new and joining us here today, we are Imperium Dynamics, a proud Microsoft partner based in downtown Chicago dedicated to bringing your vision to life within the Microsoft stack. We help organizations of all sizes achieve digital transformation by solving complex problems and delivering long-lasting impact through the Microsoft Cloud solutions with a focus on increasing both the capabilities of people and the performance of businesses. Here is a quick overview of our agenda today, where we will be discussing one of our clients in the distribution industry's overview, their CRM challenges, Imperium Dynamics vision and solution, Dynamics 365 Sales Hub configuration, as well as key results and impact, and best practices and tips for Power Platform tools, and finishing off with a Q&A. But before we get started, a few housekeeping items. This session is being recorded, and after the webinar is over, you'll receive an email with a link to access the recording, so feel free to revisit it or share with your colleagues. There will be a Q&A session at the end, so please feel free to submit your questions throughout the presentation using the Q&A chat feature, and we'll address as many as possible. We'll also be sharing additional resources and a copy of today's slide deck after the session, so you don't have to worry about taking detailed notes. Joining me today is our development manager, Muhammad Hassan. Welcome, Hassan. Oh, you're muted.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. I am Mohammad Assam, Development Manager in Imperium Dynamics, and today we will be discussing in depth about the sales module and how it is helping throughout the industry, or we can say specifically the supplier industry, to enhance their sales and throughout the pipeline. Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you. And my name is Brittany Rivera, a marketing specialist here based in our downtown Chicago offices. And with that said, let's get started. So while we are unable to disclose our client's name due to privacy and NDA requirements, we can provide a brief overview and key insights into their company and success story. So they are more specifically in the chemical manufacturing and distribution industry. Their company size is about 500 plus employees. Their headquarters are in Norwalk, Connecticut, and they are a leader in the North America specialty chemical and ingredient distribution industry. They are a diversified supplier that serves various end markets, including care, food and nutrition, industry specialties, and life sciences. So our client had many issues in terms of their CRM system, which we'll get into, but the most critical issue for them was a fragmented CRM system, which just means they had several different applications for managing their supplier and customer side. So Hassam, did you want to detail them more about their main CRM issue?
Yeah, so let's start with the main problems they were facing when we get in touch with them and we have an analysis session with them, like we have to recover what are the main issues they are facing with their sales process right now. So we encounter one of the main issue was they were using different systems for the suppliers and this system for the customers. So this is a big gap in the industry when you can't see both the data, supplier data and the customer data at one screen or one ecosystem. So sometimes because you can miss a great lead when you don't know if you have specific products or not, and you can also miscommit some customer if you don't have the relevant data on one screen from the supplier side. So this was one of the main issue they were facing. If we talk about the other issues that were really important for in this specific industry, so this one was the security challenge. For example, let's take example over here. If we are we have a company, supplier company, and it is operating in different regions in US or even in different country, Canada or Australia or Europe. So you have different persons for every sector. Like for every US, you have different salesperson, and for Canada, you have different salesperson, and you want to segregate the data between between the salesperson. Like my Canadian person cannot see the data what I am selling to the USA customers, and but there's a manager who controls everything. He wants to see everything, like where my products are going, where my vendors are located, where my customers are mostly, and what is my what we can say target market is, like how many products are being sold in USA, Canada, Australia, or it can be different categories of product as well. If we talk about the client we have worked with, like they have 7 to 8 different categories. They have food, health and sciences, and they were have transportation things, you can say transportation stuff and different type of stuff. So this was some of the security reason they were really facing, because the system they were using, if they have to see segregation between the data, they need a lot of customization. But the module we proposed was the simplest one in the market nowadays, and it is up to date with all the new requirements we have. And the third thing is, always when a company is too old and using a system, some old legacy system from 10 years, 15 years, so they have a lot of data. So they are really concerned about the data, because they want that data in their new system as well, and this new data should be compatible with the new system as well. So this is a big question with all the companies, and most of the companies really hesitate to adopt this new system because of their important data they have, like of their sales and their vendors. So these are the main three you can say issues we encountered with when we have an analysis session with them.
Yeah, that's a great point. Thank you. So obviously our client had a lot of issues. So when you met with them, you obviously worked closely on this project. What did you and your team notice in terms of their system and challenges that they were facing?
Yeah, so as I discussed, if I go deep down into all the challenges they were facing, so one of the main challenge they were facing was, uh, like they have, like I told you, they have different business units. Like they have Canadian business unit, they have the US business unit, and in the US they have different states business unit. So there was a hierarchy of business. So now they want to see the sales pipeline in one screen in an integrated way with the, like where my product is coming from, who is my vendor, now who I am going to sell this product, and who is going to be my customer, and who is going to be the salesperson. And so their all data was like moving over, like vendors data was in another system, sales data was in another system, and they were like playing with the Excel sheets to compare all the sales. And that's funny in our in today's era, like you are using
Yeah.
Excel sheet. And it really, like they were lacking in sales because of this, because it's too hard to do all the stuff manually. So this was really a big issue with all the manufacturing or supplier clients we see in the industry, whatever we have encountered till yet. And security, security is the always a
Yeah.
priority thing with all the customers we have. So no one wants to be their data to be shared. And when you're on the CEO level position or vice president or any manager position, you wants to see, like if two BUs or two different BUs is assigned to me, or I am operating two different BUs, so those data I can see, but not the other ones, because it can get mixed up with other ones and I can get confused. Like it can give you a bulky or uh, dry data to see, which is not really helpful to
Mm.
with your sales pipeline. So these were two things we really noticed when we were having an analysis session.
Yeah. Yeah, amazing. Thank you. So our team not only helped configure the Dynamics 365 Sales Hub, but they also helped with data mitigation, customization, security configuration, automation, and enabling other different tools to help their business to be more efficient and better. So can you go a little bit into detail into each one and what went into them
Yeah,
and how it's better? No?
sure. So, firstly, if you talk about the data migration, as I discussed, mostly companies are really concerned about their legacy data, because
Yeah.
if you say, I am the company owner and I am using some system with 10 to 12 years, so I have a lot of data in that. So all my products will be in there, everything, all the rates, all the sales customers will be there. But to adopt a new system, you have to make that data prepare for that system so you can uh, move flawlessly. So data migration is key thing which we help them with, because we created an integration setup from which we migrated their legacy data into a new system, into a one ecosystem in which they can cater vendors, customers, and all the sales pipeline, all the insights, all the analytics at one place. So data migration was the key important factor with them as well. Customization is like Dynamics 365 sales module is out of the box module which Microsoft provides, but it is not always up to your requirement, because it's a basic module, but clients always want, like, I want to cater customers and vendors with the same entity, or you can say I have to cater some products into different categories. But out of the box, there's a no functionality about this. That's a base module. And then we come up with the customization stuff. So we customize the sales module with all their requirements and all the things they wanted: market analytics, what is the product that is like competitor in the market, like all the dashboards and reports they want to see on the screens, who wants to see what data. This is a big question for everyone. So we customized it, the system whole, with all this stuff. Like they have the customer principals, customer vendors, main customers. So there were different categories and different products, different business units. So we customized the system according to your needs perfectly. Now,
Amazing.
third point is security configuration. So security is, again, is a really concerning thing for all the customers. And what we did for them, we implemented uh, like a hierarchy of business unit. Like you can say it was a group of security measures we implemented for them. We did use teams, security roles, and business unit, which we have in Microsoft ecosystem. And we utilized all three stuff to segregate their data. So for example, I can give you example of what was the outcome that we did for them. If I am the Canada BU salesperson, so I cannot see the data of the US BU salesperson. So
Hmm.
this is how we segregated this data. So on the four hierarchy, like there's a VP, there was a manager for the state, there was a salesperson, and there was an account manager. So we segregated all their data according to the ownership they have in the system. So this was the security configuration we did. And if we talk about the automation, so there was a hierarchy, as I mentioned earlier, in security configuration. So if someone is selling something, or if new product is in our inventory, so there needs to be an approval process from our manager. Like, this is a product, new upcoming product, should we add this or not? What is the cost? What is the, like, who is the competitor of this product? And how market is going to consume this product? All this stuff as a supplier you think about. And so this needs a approval process. So we automated the whole their approval process with their different needs using the power automation. Like if I'm going to add a new product, it should be go to approval for the manager. And if manager approves that product, then if someone is higher up there for approval, then it will go towards them. If not, then that product will be added to the system. So this is the all the automation we did. If you talk about the different tools, we did suggested them, like they can use Power BI for more analytics of their data. Like if they want to see row level security data structure, or if we talk about other tools, it's like we did suggested them they can enhance their functionality by using plugins or different technologies we have, or AI features as well. So these are the different tools we suggested them.
Amazing, great insights and great enhancements. So, some more insights on what Imperium Dynamics and Hassam's team did to improve their CRM system were customizing workflows, using Power Automate flows, and they even created a tailored scripting to meet our clients' needs. Can you
Yeah.
go a little bit of what exactly this entailed?
Yeah, sure. So, if you talk about the lead to opportunity management, first for that we have to understand what sales module provide us on the base level. So there is a flow where a lead comes to your system from any external system, from email or from phone call or from text message. You capture the lead from there. Then after the lead is assigned to you, you go and contact the person who is the lead. And if that person is going to convert into the opportunity, then we have a automated system in sales module that you can convert that lead to opportunity. Then we can associate it products to that opportunity. We can make a quote, we can make a invoicing over there directly, and it can also give the market intelligence as well. Like if some lead is choosing some product, and so we have given the options to see what are different products in market, which is competitor of the your product, which lead is buying from you or the customer is buying from you. So this is the lead opportunity management. This was the total flow we ensured, and make them play with all this stuff, and they have them smooth their sales process flow line. If you talk about the simple tracking approval workflow, it's the simple tracking approval workflow is same like I need approvals for everything if I am the salesperson, because I don't have the authority. So I need to ask for the authority instead of calling him, hey, I have uploaded something and can you please check, or instead of texting on Teams, hey, can you please approve this so I can pursue or I can go ahead with all this stuff. So we created automated process for that. They just have to add that thing into the system. Automatically email will shoot out to the specific person, individual, and he can respond or he can comment on that thing also. Like, yeah, you can go ahead or you cannot, or this should be reverted back, or this should need enhancement, or there should be pricing more competitor. So you can go and look after in the market. As well as same goes to the vendor side. If vendor throws a new product into your system, like these are new products, we can give it to you, so you give to them approval. So that's a simple tracking approval workflows. If you talk about the custom scripts, so as I mentioned, sales module is a base thing, so there is always an enhancement you can do. So through using JavaScripts, we did a lot of enhancements for them in the sales module, because every system is not compatible with your requirements. You always has to do something with this. And there's a misconception about the Dynamics modules, or specifically we say with the sales module, like customers thinks about that this is the module, this is a platform thing, we cannot do any customization, or we can be restricted
Mhm.
when we are using this system. But I
Yeah.
don't believe that, because the customization, the level of customization we have done using these JavaScripts or plugins is like we have catered everything, all the things they have asked for their requirements. So this is a misconception, like platform is restricted. I don't think so.
Yeah. Amazing. Thank you. Yes. So, after these configurations and implementations, some of the key results we saw were in three major areas, which it improved efficiency. Because of this automation of sales workflows and reminders, it reduced manual efforts by 30%. It also improved deadline management, since these automated follow-ups and approval workflows improve deadline adherence. And with now a unified system connecting the supplier and customer side, they gained real-time insights into the sales pipeline. And the most important thing that we wanted to touch base on this customer success story was that our team here at Imperium Dynamics was with our client the whole step of the way, from the first meeting to the onboard training. The whole project was at a scope of 15 months, where not only did our team have expertise in the industry, but they also took their time in knowing the company's ins and outs, what worked, what didn't, and why. And once everything was set up and ready to go, three of our team members actually went to the onsite of our client's headquarters and trained their whole sales team on the system and tools, making sure that they not only know how to work the system, but they felt confident in its abilities to drive themselves and their business forward. So, with this customer success story, Hassan, what are the three best practices in terms of CRM modernization?
Yeah, so if we talk about the CRM modernization, the best practices we always follow with all our clients and who wants to adopt the sales module or any different Microsoft modules. So the best thing we have with this module, sales module, is we can connect it, we can put like we have different thousands of different connectors which we from which we can connect it, and we can get the data into the system. So this is not really a headache for the sales module to get fetch data from any other different legacy systems. So this is something really good. And if we talk about the tailored security thing, so as I have told you about all the scenarios about of our client, so tailored security is we can like do the customization on the security level up to the mark which we need. Like we can also apply security on a specific field, specific rows, or whole data, different views. We can display different views to different users. It's all about control. The amount of control, or we can say the control which gives value to the users. If I am the vice president of the company, if I will always go for like I need control of my data.
Mm.
So this is like sales module do provide best thing, control to the users of their data. And the third thing is, there were like if you are working with Excel sheets or you are working with some legacy systems, you are always doing some repetitive task, which where comes Power Automate, which can automate your repetitive task, and it can like reduce your time. It can save your time, sorry, it can save your time, and it can automate the real headache of your life easily. Like you can say, if you have to send a reminder, you have to save a reminder to send any email to some customer you forgot, or if there's a due date coming up for any customer, or you have to see if my product has been shipped or not. You don't have to go into the system and check, yeah, this is working or not. You can just set a reminder or do some automation, and it can mail you and get you insights of all the stuff.
Great, yeah, thank you. So now with best practices, we also have some tips for leveraging Power Platform tools.
Yeah. So there are like Power Platform is an umbrella which consists of different tools we have. We can say we have the Canvas app, Order Driven app, we have the Power Pages, we have the Power BI, we have the Power Automate, we have the Copilot thing, chatbots, and this the basically what Power Platform was made on, the concept of low code optimization. You don't have to create wheel again and again or invent wheel again and again. The our structure is created. You can now do coloring and you can do your stuff according to your own needs. So Power Automate is like including a machine which is doing or automation of all your tasks. And if we talk about the Power BI, it is basically analytics tool which is really helpful if you want to see the monthly, yearly, annually, your insights, sales insights, or your customers data, or your region wise or anything. So it is really helpful in that. Low code optimization is, it's really easy to understand for any new person. Like they can easily get into the stuff, if we give them some KT or stuff, so they can easily get into the stuff and do their minimum changes if they want to do. Power Pages, if you talk about Power Pages, it's like if you need internal system or if you need external website. So Power Pages is a part of ecosystem. It plays a really vital role with the Microsoft Power Platform. So with the Power Pages, you can create your public website, you can create your portals for anything. Like you want any approval process portal, you want to display your products to specific vendors or customers, so your customers can go to the Power Pages. It will be directly connected with your Dataverse, and Dataverse is the center of all Power Platform tools. So yeah.
Amazing. Thank you so much for all those tips and best practices. So we have now arrived at the Q&A section of our webinar, so please feel free to ask questions and we can help answer those. So the first question is, can you walk us through a specific challenge during the implementation process and how was it resolved?
Yeah, so if I talk about the specific challenge we faced during the implementation process, was like we have a one table, like there's a customer table, which system providers. But in system, the requirement was we have to cater that specific table for two different entities. Like we have to treat the customer for as a vendor as well as the customer. This was a real challenge. If you talk about other challenge was security, which we like done for the specific our client. It was a real challenge for us, like the security, the way we have to tailor that security module for them, because they were really confused about how we are going to segregate our data, because it was like millions of records, and they were like, it's going to be a mess. But the security model we implemented, we took some time and we did implement it successfully, and they were really happy at the end of the day.
Amazing, thank you. And so, what was the feedback from the client's team regarding the new system, and how did you address any concerns before everything was implemented?
Yeah. So, the main concern was about the data. As I told earlier, the data legacy system data is really important for all the customers, and we provided them a smooth transition of their data from their legacy system to their new system by the data migration using the Power Automate and the SQL queries using it in the Power Automate. So this was the real concern for them. So otherwise, they were really keen or happy to see all the things at one place. So yeah, so this was the only concern they have.
Amazing, thank you. And what was the most critical factor in ensuring a smooth data migration process from the legacy system?
Yeah, critical factor was the data validation. It should be performed on whole data, because if you have millions of data, so you can miss out some stuff. And that data was not a simple Excel like 10 records from one entity or 10 records from other entity. You can just move out to the new system. It's not like that. It's like that. If, there's a lookup system in the records. Like there's a relationship between the records. If one record is related to another record, so we have to pick that relationship as well. So and then we have to put that into the new system. So yeah, this was the thing.
Amazing, thank you. And how did that implementation improve collaboration across clients, various subsidiary companies?
Yeah, so as you know, the system gave them the one screen for everything they want. You can navigate towards your vendor data, towards your customer data. So this made their whole sales process streamline, and it did enhance their sales with 30-40%, because they were not missing out their leads, they were not missing out the new products coming into the market. They were really looking the prices of the market at first hand in onto the screen, and they have the real analytics, live analytics on their screen. So this really improved their sales and stuff.
Amazing, thank you. So then, after everything was implemented and after they were trained and everything, did you hear any feedback from them and how they were doing now with the new system, CRM system?
Yeah. So after we implemented and after the go live of the system, we did have a support week for them as well. We did arrange a support week for them, and 24/7 we were available for them if they find any issue, or if there are any person who is business user or any person who is going to use the system from the specific company. Uh, we were going to support them. There were separate rooms was created, and after that, after a few months, we heard a feedback like they were loving this system, like they are really uh, ex- initially they were really excited, and then after once they started the system using that system, so they are really like it is really for
Yeah,
them. Yeah.
yeah, amazing. Thank you. That's great to hear. So thank you so much for joining our Transforming Sales Operations, How Dynamics 365 Revolutionize CRM Systems in the Distribution Industry. In this webinar, we explore one of our clients' challenges and how Imperium Dynamics was able to provide multiple solutions to enhance their processes. We hope that you have received valuable insights within CRM system in the distribution industry. By partnering with Imperium Dynamics, you gain access to innovative solutions that address your challenges head on. Thank you, everybody, for joining, and we hope to see you next time.
Thank you.